To solve this question, we're going to need to substitute in our variables for p and q. But before we do that, let's simplify our value of q. Q is equal to 4p over 5, and we know the value of p, so we can substitute 10 in for p here. And that will make q equal to 4 times 10 instead of p divided by 5. And now we can simplify. 4 times 10 in our numerator will give us 40 over 5, and then 40 divided by 5 will give us 8, making q equal to 8. Now it's much easier for us to substitute in both of these values, so let's do that now. Starting with this fraction, we have 2 times p, which is 10, minus 7, over 3q, which is 8, plus 2. And then the next fraction is actually just a mirror or a flip of our first fraction. All the values are the same, but we change whether they're in the numerator or denominator. So now the numerator says 3 times 8 plus 2, and the denominator says 2 times 10 minus 7. And now we just need to simplify. 2 times 10 in our numerator here and in our denominator here would give us 20. So let's do this. I'm going to set up our two fractions so that we can input our answers here and here since they match. 2 times 10 will give us 20 minus 7, 20 minus 7. And then we have 3 times 8, which would give us 24 plus 2, and 24 plus 2. Then we just need to simplify our numerators and denominators. And let me actually make us a little bit of room so that it's easier to do that. We have 20 minus 7 will give us 13, both in the numerator here and denominator here. So we'll have our two fractions. We'll have 13 in the numerator, 13 in the denominator, and then over here, 24 plus 2 will give us 26 in the denominator here and in the numerator here. Now to simplify these fractions down to get our final answer, we can see that 13 is exactly half of 26. So if half the number is in the numerator, that means this entire fraction will simplify down into 1/2. Essentially what we did is divided the top and bottom by the greatest common factor, which is 13. 13 divided by 13 is 1. 26 divided by 13 is 2. Same thing goes over here, except we would end up with 2 over 1 instead of 1/2, because the bigger number, the number that is double that of our denominator, is in the numerator. Then when we add these two together, it may be helpful to reframe it as a decimal too, 0.5 plus 2. When we add these together, we are going to get 2.5 or 2.5 as our answer, making answer choice B the correct choice.